Have you ever noticed the little things he does? The tiny gestures that often go unnoticed, but somehow they make you feel seen, valued, and deeply cared for. The quiet texts, the small favors, the way he seems to know exactly what you need without you saying a word. Those moments aren't accidental. They are a silent language, a subtle way men show love that doesn't come wrapped in grand declarations or dramatic gestures. And the truth is, these small actions often speak louder than any "I love you" ever could. We live in a world that celebrates big displays of affection, lavish gifts, over-the-top surprises, loud professions of love. But real care often hides in plain sight. It's in the way he notices when you're tired, and without being asked, make sure you're comfortable. It's in remembering the little details about you, your favorite coffee, your go-to movie, even the way you laugh when no one's watching. These moments might seem small, maybe even insignificant at first glance, but they reveal the depth of his attention and the authenticity of his feelings. Imagine this. You've had a long, exhausting day. You barely have the energy to speak, let alone care about anything else. And then he shows up, not with grand statements, not with pressure or expectation, but with a cup of tea, a warm smile, or just quiet company. That's care. That's thoughtfulness. That's love in its most genuine form. It's subtle, patient, and intentional. And it's not just about physical gestures. It's emotional too. He checks in without you prompting him. He sends a random message that reminds you he's thinking of you. He anticipates your needs before you even realize them yourself. This is the kind of affection that builds trust, intimacy, and a sense of safety over time. It's the quiet backbone of a relationship, the foundation that makes all the other moments more meaningful. By the end of this video, you'll see that love isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's the whispers, the small signs, the everyday gestures that truly matter. You'll learn how to spot these subtle acts of care, understand their meaning, and maybe even recognize the ways he shows his feelings without ever saying a word. Because when someone truly cares, it's rarely flashy. It's consistent, thoughtful, and deeply personal. So if you've ever wondered whether he really notices you, whether he truly values you, or whether he's quietly falling for you, pay close attention. The answer isn't always in the big moments. It's in the small ones. And today, we're going to uncover the 15 silent ways he shows care in the moments you might miss, the ways that speak volumes without a single word. 1. He notices when you're tired. A man who truly cares pays attention to your energy levels and emotional state, even without you saying anything. When you're tired, stressed, or drained, he notices subtle changes in your body language, slumped shoulders, slow movements, or quieter speech. This awareness shows that he's attuned to your well-being, valuing not just your presence but also how you feel. He may respond by offering small gestures like suggesting you take a break, making you a cup of tea, or simply giving you space to rest. This kind of care is quiet but powerful. It doesn't need dramatic declarations or grand gestures. It communicates empathy and concern, signaling that he is emotionally present. Over time, these small observations build trust and intimacy. When someone notices your fatigue consistently, it shows they are thinking about you and your comfort in a genuine, unobtrusive way. Such attentiveness also reflects emotional intelligence. He can read cues and act appropriately, supporting you without making you feel incapable. In essence, his ability to notice your tiredness demonstrates that he prioritizes your well-being and pays attention to the small details that make a big difference in everyday life. 2. He remembers your favorite things. Remembering your favorite things, be it your favorite snack, song, movie, or even your preferred coffee order, is a subtle yet meaningful way he shows care. It goes beyond casual attention. It shows that he listens actively and stores details about you, making you feel seen and valued. When he surprises you with something small that aligns with your preferences, it demonstrates thoughtfulness and intentionality. For instance, if he brings your favorite chocolate after a long day or plays a song you mentioned liking weeks ago, it signals that you are on his mind even when you are not around. These actions may seem small on the surface, but they have a deep emotional impact. They communicate that he respects your individuality and wants to make you happy in ways that matter to you personally. Over time, remembering your favorite things becomes a quiet language of love, showing that he is attentive and emotionally invested. It also creates shared experiences and memories that strengthen your connection, making you feel cherished and important without the need for verbal affirmation. 3. He checks in without being asked. A man who cares deeply will check in on you without waiting for a prompt or request. This could be a simple text asking how your day is, a call to see if you got home safely, or a message letting you know he's thinking about you. These small acts of consideration show initiative and attentiveness, reflecting that your well-being matters to him. The beauty of this gesture is in its spontaneity. It's not obligatory or performative. It comes from genuine concern. Checking in consistently builds a sense of security, showing that he is present in your life and attentive to your emotions. It communicates that he values your feelings and wants to be there for you, even in subtle ways. Unlike grand gestures that may feel temporary or performative, these small, thoughtful check-ins create an ongoing rhythm of care. They indicate reliability and emotional availability, reinforcing trust and connection. In essence, when a man checks in without being asked, it's a quiet but powerful signal that he is invested in your life and cares about your day-to-day well-being. 4. He offers help before you ask. A man who genuinely cares doesn't wait for you to ask for assistance. He anticipates your needs and steps in proactively. Whether it's carrying something heavy, helping you solve a problem, or handling a small task, his offer of help shows attentiveness and thoughtfulness. The key is that he notices your struggles without being prompted, which reflects emotional intelligence and empathy. For example, if you're juggling multiple responsibilities and he quietly handles one task or prepares something to ease your load, it communicates that he values your comfort and wants to lighten your burden. Offering help before being asked is not about control or patronizing. It's about being present and considerate. These small acts create a sense of safety and reliability, making you feel supported in everyday life. Over time, this behavior builds trust, showing that he is willing to invest effort in your well-being without needing recognition. It's one of those subtle yet powerful ways a man shows love quietly, proving that he notices what you need even before you do. When someone consistently steps in to assist, it demonstrates care rooted in attentiveness and respect, not obligation. 5. He listens attentively to your stories. Listening attentively is one of the clearest signs of care, and it goes beyond just hearing words. It's about fully engaging with what you share. When he listens attentively, he focuses on your story without distractions, remembers details, and reacts thoughtfully, showing that your thoughts and experiences matter to him. He may ask follow-up questions or recall something you mentioned days ago, signaling that he values what you have to say. This kind of listening validates your feelings and strengthens emotional intimacy. It demonstrates patience and empathy, as he takes the time to understand your perspective rather than rushing through or ignoring your narrative. Moreover, attentive listening fosters a safe space where you can express yourself freely, knowing someone genuinely cares. It's not about offering solutions immediately, but about acknowledging your emotions and being present in the moment. When a man invests effort into hearing your stories fully, it communicates that your experiences and thoughts are important, that he cherishes your voice, and that he is emotionally available. This subtle but consistent behavior is a quiet form of affection, often more meaningful than words alone. 6. He sends random, thoughtful messages. A man who cares will often send small, unexpected messages just to let you know he's thinking about you. These texts, notes, or even voice messages don't need a special occasion. They could be a simple hope your day is going well, a funny meme, or a link to something he knows you'd enjoy. The key is spontaneity and relevance, showing that he pays attention to your interests and moods. These messages convey consideration, affection, and thoughtfulness without demanding anything in return. Over time, these small digital touches accumulate, building a sense of connection even when you're apart. Random, thoughtful messages also communicate attentiveness. He remembers what matters to you and takes the effort to make you smile or feel cared for. It demonstrates that his concern isn't limited to physical proximity, but extends to emotional presence across time and space. Unlike predictable or obligatory communication, these gestures feel personal and meaningful, reinforcing the idea that you are on his mind in everyday life. This quiet, consistent attention is one of the most subtle ways a man shows love and investment without verbal declarations, creating warmth and intimacy in small but impactful doses. 7. He remembers important dates. A man who truly cares will remember important dates in your life, birthdays, anniversaries, or even smaller personal milestones. Remembering these moments shows that he values your life and experiences enough to mark them in his memory. It's not about grand gestures or gifts, though those can be part of it. It's about the thoughtfulness behind remembering. For example, sending a simple message, calling you on your birthday, or acknowledging a day that's important to you demonstrates attention to detail and emotional investment. This behavior signals respect and appreciation for your journey, making you feel recognized and celebrated. It also reflects his ability to prioritize your happiness and feelings, even amidst a busy life. Over time, consistently remembering these dates strengthens emotional connection and trust, showing that he is attentive to both the big and small moments of your life. Such gestures are subtle yet powerful indicators of care and affection, communicating, without words, that he truly sees and values you. 8. He makes time even when busy. Time is one of the most valuable things a person can give, and a man who cares will find moments for you even when his schedule is packed. Making time despite being busy reflects prioritization and commitment. It shows that you matter to him more than convenience or comfort. This could be something as simple as a phone call during a hectic day, squeezing in coffee, or just spending a few uninterrupted moments together. By carving out time for you, he communicates that your presence enriches his life and that your relationship is worth effort. It's not about grand displays but consistent actions that make you feel valued and seen. This small but meaningful behavior reinforces emotional intimacy, showing that he is invested in maintaining a connection and nurturing the relationship. Over time, consistently making time, even in small doses, builds trust, security, and a sense of importance in the bond. His actions quietly speak louder than any words he could say. 9. He remembers little details about you. A man who pays attention to small details, like your favorite coffee, how you take your tea, your hobbies, or even minor preferences, shows care in a subtle yet profound way. Remembering these small details demonstrates that he listens actively, values your individuality, and is emotionally invested. It's not just about recall. It's about showing that you matter enough to be noticed and remembered. For example, recalling something you mentioned casually weeks ago and acting on it later, like watching a movie you said you loved or gifting something linked to your interests, signals genuine attentiveness. These small acts convey thoughtfulness and respect, making you feel appreciated and understood. It also indicates that he is present in your life emotionally, noticing patterns and nuances that others might overlook. Over time, consistently remembering little details fosters intimacy, trust, and a sense of being cherished. This quiet attentiveness is one of the most powerful ways a man shows love without verbal expression, proving that he values you deeply through consistent, thoughtful action. 10. He anticipates your needs. A man who truly cares doesn't wait for you to express your needs. He anticipates them before you even ask. This could be something as simple as bringing you an umbrella on a rainy day, offering a snack when he notices you're hungry, or taking care of small tasks to make your day easier. Anticipation shows that he pays attention to your patterns, moods, and preferences. It's a subtle but powerful signal that he values your comfort and well-being. By noticing what might make your life smoother, he communicates empathy and thoughtfulness. Over time, this behavior builds a sense of reliability and trust. Knowing that someone is looking out for you without needing reminders creates emotional security. Anticipating your needs demonstrates not just attentiveness but also a deep understanding of you as a person. It shows he is invested in your happiness and willing to act on it quietly, without seeking praise. These small, thoughtful gestures often leave a lasting impression because they convey care without words, proving that he is emotionally present and considerate in the most genuine way. 11. He offers comfort silently. Comfort doesn't always need to be spoken. Sometimes, it's the quiet presence of someone who cares that matters most. A man who offers comfort silently understands that support isn't always about giving advice or talking. It's about being there when you need it. This could be a warm hug when you're upset, holding your hand during a stressful moment, or simply sitting with you in silence when words aren't enough. These actions show empathy and emotional sensitivity, making you feel understood and safe. Silent comfort communicates that he values your emotions and respects your space, allowing you to process your feelings without pressure. It's a subtle way of saying, "I am here for you," without needing to articulate it constantly. Over time, these gestures create a strong emotional bond, reinforcing trust and intimacy. They demonstrate patience, attentiveness, and genuine care, revealing that he is emotionally available and committed to supporting you through both ordinary and difficult moments. Silent comfort is often more meaningful than verbal reassurance because it's consistent, non-intrusive, and deeply personal. 12. He shares things that remind him of you. A man who shares things that remind him of you, whether it's a song, a funny meme, a quote, or an article, shows that you are on his mind even when you're not together. These gestures communicate thoughtfulness and affection in a subtle way. By linking everyday experiences to you, he demonstrates that he notices patterns, associations, and moments that connect to your personality or interests. Sharing such things is not about proving anything. It's about expressing that you are important and that he wants to include you in his thoughts and experiences. Over time, this behavior strengthens emotional intimacy, as it creates shared experiences and inside connections that make the bond feel personal and unique. Even small, seemingly trivial shares can make a big impact because they reflect attentiveness and care. This subtle act is a quiet way of saying, "You matter to me," and it often deepens the sense of being valued and understood in a relationship. By consistently making these thoughtful gestures, he shows love in a natural, unobtrusive, and heartfelt way. 13. He surprises you with small gestures. Small, unexpected gestures are one of the quietest ways a man shows he cares. These surprises don't have to be extravagant. They can be as simple as leaving a sweet note, bringing your favorite snack, or planning a spontaneous outing that aligns with your interests. What makes these gestures meaningful is the thought behind them. They show that he's paying attention to what makes you happy and is willing to take action to bring a smile to your face. Small surprises also break the monotony of everyday life, adding warmth and excitement to the relationship. Over time, these actions communicate attentiveness, affection, and consideration. They make you feel valued and cherished because they are personal, intentional, and reflective of your unique preferences. These subtle acts of care demonstrate that he is invested in nurturing your happiness without expecting anything in return. It's the consistency of such small, thoughtful gestures that builds emotional intimacy, trust, and a sense of being deeply understood. 14. He protects your space or privacy. A man who cares respects your personal space and privacy, showing awareness of your boundaries and autonomy. Protecting your space could mean allowing you alone time when you need it, keeping your secrets safe, or not intruding into matters that are personal or sensitive. It demonstrates respect, trust, and a deep understanding that care isn't about controlling you. It's about valuing your comfort and independence. This behavior signals emotional maturity, showing that he understands the balance between closeness and individuality. By safeguarding your privacy, he communicates that he sees you as a whole person, not just a partner to be managed or directed. Over time, this respect fosters trust, making you feel safe and secure in his presence. It's a subtle but powerful way of expressing love, proving that care isn't always verbal or visible. It's embedded in actions that honor your dignity, boundaries, and personal space. 15. He shows patience in everyday situations. Patience is a rare and meaningful sign of care, especially in daily life. A man who shows patience, whether it's during stressful traffic, while waiting in line, or when you're struggling with something, demonstrates that he values harmony and your comfort above momentary frustration. He doesn't rush you, complain unnecessarily, or lose temper over small matters. Instead, he handles situations calmly, offering support, or simply staying composed by your side. This kind of patience reflects emotional intelligence and empathy, showing that he prioritizes your well-being and the quality of your shared moments. Over time, his consistent patience builds trust and reassurance, making everyday experiences feel safe and supported. It communicates that he is willing to invest time, understanding, and effort into the relationship without expecting perfection. Subtle, patient behavior in ordinary situations often speaks louder than words, proving that love can be expressed through consistent calmness, respect, and presence. It's a quiet, ongoing demonstration of care that strengthens emotional bonds.